Have you ever wondered what it means to truly seek and find the Lord? Welcome, as we delve into an exploration of Psalm 34, 5, 6, and 18:19. We begin with the line, "I sought the Lord, and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears." This verse speaks to the power of seeking God in our lives. When the psalmist says, "I sought the Lord," he is not talking about a casual search. He's describing a deep, relentless pursuit, the kind that emerges from the very core of our being. The reward for this pursuit is clear: deliverance from all fears. This suggests that the presence of God in our lives can bring about a sense of peace that transcends all worldly fears and anxieties. Moving on to 6. Look to him and be radiant, and your faces may not blush for shame. This verse illustrates the transformative power of seeking God. The psalmist uses the word radiant to describe those who look to God. Radiance in this context can be seen as an outward manifestation of an inner spiritual condition. It suggests a sense of joy, peace, and fulfillment that comes from being in God's presence. The promise that their faces may not blush for shame speaks to the dignity and honor that comes from aligning oneself with God. Now let's turn to 18. The righteous cry out, the Lord hears, and he rescues them from all their afflictions. This verse reiterates the theme of divine intervention. It suggests that the cries of the righteous do not go unheard. On the contrary, God hears and responds to them. The promise of deliverance from all their afflictions emphasizes God's omnipotence and his ability to rescue those who trust in him. Finally, 19. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, saves those whose spirit is crushed. This verse underscores God's compassion and closeness in times of distress. The brokenhearted and those whose spirit is crushed are not abandoned. God is near to them, providing comfort and salvation. To summarize, the main points of this analysis are the power of seeking God, the transformative effect of his presence, the assurance of his hearing and intervention, and his nearness during times of distress. The overall message of these verses from Psalm 34 is one of hope and reassurance. It reminds us that in seeking God, we find a source of strength, peace, and deliverance from our fears and troubles. It assures us that God hears the cries of the righteous and is near to those who are brokenhearted. This is a message of profound comfort and encouragement for all who choose to seek and trust in the Lord.